Hey, welcome back to another episode of World of Horror. Like I said on the last one, we're gonna try and do the challenge mode for I think it's called Mimi's Experiment. Is that what it's called? Yeah. There's a lot of trouble going around the neighborhood. You know. Okay, let's see. It's called Mimi's Little Project. We're gonna attempt this. Hopefully, it goes well. I can see it going three ways: poorly, very poorly, and extremely poorly. But we're gonna give it a go. I've only been able to clear this once. That doesn't really. It's not really a testament to how difficult it is. It's just my saying, like, it took me like 12 tries and I only like completed it once. But we're gonna go ahead and try it out. Luckily, we got actually an old god that might not hinder us too much. Banished to the other dimension in a long time ago, Boizo has found a way to use mirrors to ensnare a teleport its prey straight through reflective glass. The glimpses behind your reflection are just the beginning of a real nightmare. So basically, if we rest at home, it causes more doom to happen because we're on like the hardest difficulty setting. We already start off with a pretty low stamina and reason. We've got Mimi's obsession, which doesn't really, depending on what's going on, So we've got the scalpel. Go ahead and equip it. As I said from previous couple playthroughs, because she has such a high knowledge stat, it's like a really good weapon for her. And then we've got every time before we can start a mystery, we have to do Mimi's little project. But we can't do it here. We got to do it at home. So what are we going to load? I'm going to take the police station out. Yeah, police station out, occult shop in. Vending machine, you can buy extra. You know what? No, we're going to leave the police station in. Vending machine allows you to buy extra food and stuff for heals, but you still have to have money for that. Did we unlock anything else? I know I'm going to add the witch's tree on here, even though I'm not sure I'll use it. Okay. And the save load there is basically saving like the configuration. You check your mailbox. It's empty. All right. You must commit yourself to one of your projects before you can continue your investigation. So what do we got? We've got stab an ice pick through the nose and disable the pain receptors in your brain. -2 knowledge, -1 incoming damage. I'm not going to do that because I need my knowledge right now. If I level up a few times and I get to like, plus 11 or 12, maybe. But, decreasing a hit would be nice. Replace the liquid in your eyeball with a saline solution. -1 perception, -10% chance to all combat actions. So basically, you have less ability to, less accuracy and stuff, I think. Forcibly rewire your vestibular system. I'm not sure what that is. -1 luck, fail all event checks. These are kind of like in game, like you have to select them because you have to kind of thing. Implant a second human heart. -1 charisma, +5 doom. That one doesn't really, I don't think it really affects much of anything. Break your arm to reform a new joint. -1 strength, slower combat action. Sell your kidney to finance your project. -3 max stamina, 1 fund. Cut off your kneecaps. -2 dexterity, -1 item slot. Graft bear claws to your toes. New random injury each mystery. +2 kick damage. See, this is why I was saying, like, this is what makes hers difficult. It's already on the max difficulty setting, and her little project basically just makes it to where you're always at some kind of disadvantage. I think I'm going to go with this one to start with. Or let's see. -3 stamina, 1 fun, -1 charisma. We'll start with the heart. The bear claw, I might look into that for the next one, just simply because let's see, it's what, an injury per new mystery, +2 to kick damage. I think honestly, if I remember correctly, that actually becomes really good, and it helps to replace the scalpel when you lose the memory, when you lose the knowledge. And so with the next project complete, you should continue your investigation. We didn't get... Did we get the bottle? No. Let's see. Nothing out there. Nothing. We're going to go in here and get the money. Looking pretty good. Change the outfit. Let's do that one. Why not? I mean, it doesn't show anywhere but the lower right corner, but why not? You're not currently investigating any weird mysteries. Recent newspaper clippings and notes collected in the next room should point you in the right direction. We're going to grab our free experience. I didn't want to come in here. I was going to go here. Inexplicable and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. You've marked down 5 of them, hoping that there is something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Beware, your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unsolved mysteries. You got that right. So we've got Chilling Chronicle of the Crimson Cape. Might have to go with that one first. And go with Ending A. Bloody Brief of a Beckoning Bulletin. I can get out of this one for free. I know how to get out of this one for free. Far Out Fable of the Fear Festival. Freaky Feature of Found Footage. Horrible History of Household Hell. These are actually not terrible. I'm going to start with this one because I know you lose 3 stamina if you go with Ending A. Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. A new game is spreading among your friends. A dare to stay in the unused school restroom after classes. A dare to meet Akamanto. What was originally a harmless fun has turned deadly. The body of a boy was found last week. The school principal has banned the game, but that's only made it more popular. Akamanto must be stopped before another kid is killed. One of your friends says he doesn't believe in curses, and he intends to complete the dangerous dare. You can go try and find Gossip. I might do that, even though I'm going to go with Ending A, because you need this for Ending B. But if I go Ending A, or if I do this, I can get extra experience. Latest Gossip. Hasn't been seen since you came back. Will you join me? Cool. Cliffs nearby, shaped holes. Also join. Have you heard of the computer program that? Give me a break. -1 perception. Okay, you guys are... Bye. You guys suck. So we're going to come back again. Because I want that extra experience. Okay, when Akamanto asks you which paper you want, you must refuse everything. That's what we wanted to hear. That can give you that actually is how you get to Ending B. Is refuse everything. It becomes an option, but it makes you go into a boss fight. So I don't want to do that because I'm trying to like get through the mystery as fast as possible, because it's my philosophy for everything. The longer it takes you to do something, the more likely You're gonna run out of resources or you're gonna fail. I guess nobody else wants to join me. You've heard some versions of the legend. Everyone agrees you can't take anything, though. Alright, let's go investigate school. Impossible angles and seemingly moving lines make your head spin. -1 reason. It's not going well. The thing about, like, this difficulty, this is the hardest difficulty setting. Like, you can literally have no problems all through 4 of the 5 mysteries and then get so many, like, encounter cards, and even in the first mystery get so many of the event cards that just ruin you outright, and just, it's unfair, but it's fun, you know. The road seems, and we're gonna lose more reason. Twist and turn. You're not looking, trapping you in this neighborhood. Oh no, it's plus doom. That's fine. You spend hours trying to find your way out. Finally, completely exhausted, you end up on the main street as the passage to the blighted neighborhood slowly closes behind you. Alright, I forgot to read the one before this one. Oh well. You read a story about a vengeful samurai known for wearing a crimson cape. It's an interesting find for sure, but you need more information. Pool is empty at this hour. It's dark, but you could swear something suddenly moved under the water surface. I don't remember what turn on the lights and step closer do, but I'm just going to get some more money. I'm just going to do that to get more money. I'm going to try and play this as smart as possibly, which means if I don't have to take a risk, I won't take a risk, because I'm already at a, like, every mystery is going to be at a major disadvantage, and you have to do at least 6 projects, maybe 7, because you do one before you start the first one, and you do one before you even enter the lighthouse. So most of those are going to be, you know, you're going to be going with. One of the articles mentioned a young doctor who performed life-saving surgeries on a victim of a brutal assault. The assault happened in a toilet stall. Maybe he still works at the hospital and can spare some information, or share some information, not spare. While taking an elevator, you get a terrible feeling as if something bad is about to happen. The elevator door opens. Man, I swear, every time I get this one, I keep getting this event. A lot of times, like, sometimes it just nothing happens, but elevator doors open, revealing black mass of eyes and teeth pouring into the elevator, biting and suffocating you. Later, you wake up in the doctor's office. A nurse discovers you lying unconscious on the elevator floor. -3 reason. Are we going to make it through this first mystery? We'll see. You learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all of the records with him. Why would he do that? That's not the only bad news. Your friend didn't come home from school, didn't come to school today. Another body has suddenly been found. You hear a faint sound while walking outside the biology classroom. Inside is an old anatomy model, its heart's beating. The sight makes you sick. -1 stamina. Principal has ordered the school to be closed down for the investigation. Alarmed by the sound of the glass breaking. How much experience do we have? 14 or 17. I've already shown escape and check his wounds. We're going to steal his gun this time. You discover the corpse of a police officer lying on a pool of blood. It looks like someone or something has torn out his throat. Steal his gun. He won't be needing it in for sure, but you still feel bad about stealing it. -3 reason, +1 item. That might have been a bad idea. We're probably going to end up having to do this all, like, start this over, because probably going to lose reason unless I can turn it around. I don't think you can sell the gun. Yeah. You break the window and get inside the school unnoticed. The cursed toilet is located on the 3rd floor. Get over there. I'm actually going to go to the pharmacy and see if I can get something for my reason. We're going to leave and come back, or restock, reroll prescription pills. That, what's the pain medication? +4. Okay, we're gonna do this one because we need it desperately. Desperately need it. Is it worth risking another? Well, I won't have the money to buy it anyway. I was gonna say, is it worth risking going in another time and seeing about getting another one? But I have like $1 or one fund. She said she would do anything to be with you, even if it meant cheating death itself. It's the stalker girl. One to everything, which means we're running out. We're getting out of here. I'll take that 5 doom. There's no turning back now. You step into the last stall and close the door behind you. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, squish squeak. You heard the sound of a rubber boot as an unknown liquid drips on the tile. Squish squeak. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. Squish squeak. The door opens slowly. Prepare yourself. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too tall for the ceiling, emerges from outside. Tell me, his voice sounds like a faulty radio. Would you like red paper or blue paper? It doesn't matter. It does the same. You know, -4 stamina. I don't think the blue paper does reason. Tall man in the red coat takes out a butcher knife and stabs you in the stomach. Blood splatters on the wall as you rush to the door for stamina. You're clicking coming from the door's direction. You're locked in. There's with this crazy man. Wait, what? Oh yeah, you do have to fight him, right? There's a boss fight either way. I'm not sure we're making it through this one. We're not gonna make it. Oh, I think it's set that like you have to hit -5 stamina and reason, right? Blood flowing from the wounds. The tall man's red coat makes it look like the man was slowly melting. You hear crackling coming from behind the mask, faint. And when you wake up, he's gone. Somehow, you know he will be back in yet another stall, another school, another city, continuing the horror. Can I don't know. Is it going to automatically lose? A weird epidemic keeps staff in the hospital busy, skipping the line. So basically going to the hospital is going to cost us more money. Small key. What's it doing here? Okay, the next thing, we're going to do this with the kick damage. And we've got to go in here and get our reason back. We are not doing good at all. Let's see. I can get out of that one free. I think I can get out all of these scot-free as long as I make it through. Cut sinew. Deal 1 damage on all attacks in combat. So we do less damage, basically. I did this one on the last one, so I'm not going to read it. Essentially, you know, people are committing self-termination after connecting to a bulletin. Can I sell this? I'm going to really quickly come here and get those handcuffs. I need it. I'll need it for later. These patrols, basically, if you know there's an area that's got a high, like we'll just say like downtown. Basically it's like you can sell your experience for money and you can get them to do patrols. So the threat threat level has gone down, you know what I mean? Let's see. Can I get some more reason pills? Let's hope this doesn't bite me in the butt if they actually are super addictive. Okay, I'm gonna have to just roll with that. Actually, I can rest. We'll do twice and we won't risk any more. I have to try and speed through this though. Tall woman, unsettling face, a twitchy lips, stops you. Yeah, we'll just help her. Cool, we got 5 experience. Nice. Oh, I need to investigate the forest twice. I need to get the note. The suspicious group you've been following is gathering in a nearby forest. They're enacting some sort of ritual in a clearing up ahead. The only nearby vantage point is a large rock. If I had the robe, I could go in and dismantle it, but I can't. Alright, investigate here one more time. Of course. Walking through a tree nursery, you suddenly stop. Something feels off. Isn't it too early for the leaves to be changing their color? Before you can continue your investigation, someone grabs your leg. It's the bark woman. So, let's see. Where is the kick? Kicking is without having a weapon equipped, right? Or here we go. 55 attacks without a weapon. That's 3. 56 seconds. Knowledge base. 3 damage. 3 damage. 80% chance to hit. Base attack. Chance to hit 40. We have a better chance of hitting with a kick. Okay. See, I think in this one, just doing that is like the best case scenario. So actually, it might be better just to sell the scalpel. After searching deep in the woods for some time, you discover a body of a young student clutching a note. The note says, I write this for everyone wanting to stay behind. The sacrifice is worth it. Life's meaning comes from our relationship. Shared death, and that connection will outlast you. There won't be anything left but us. Everyone here is waiting for you. So if you lose your resolve, just listen to the voice of humanity. So we need that for that. We're going to look at this. To instantly defeat a human enemy with less than 12 health remaining. We're going to go ahead and equip this because I'm going to sell that scalpel because I think kicking is going to work better. Really could use something to recover staminas. The only metro line in town connects to the university and the science complex. You could take a ride to gain some time, but you've got the feeling that something is wrong. Yeah, we'll take the ride. Luck check successful. Even though the metro car is completely empty, you arrive at your station without any problems, saving valuable time. -2 doom. That's good. I almost thought it said plus doom there for a second, but I was like, when I read that, it was like, oh yeah, good. Good, it's minus. Thank goodness. Extra damage against human enemies. We're gonna get some staminas back. Cold bath, hot bath. Cold bath. I was hoping it would be like, you know, the extra experience or whatnot. I don't have the money to get the cut arm sinew fixed. Sinew. Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. Open up, shouts the deep voice from behind the door. I know you're in there. Get closer to the door. Of course. Dexterity check failure. Before you can answer, the door letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. You lurch back in shock. The man sees you and tries to get in. Well, we got a gun. Screaming curses the whole time. A neighbor calls the police. And the attacker escapes the apartment building. -2 reason. Not looking good. Except luck check success. Later you wake up in the surgical ward. There's no sign of the doctor. You feel healthier and notice that one of your wounds is gone without a trace. You select an injury status and heal it for free. Oh, thank goodness. Heal this wound. Sometimes, you know, it helps to take a little bit of a risk. I'm going to try and be as risk averse as I possibly can be, but, you know, sometimes if there's a good payoff. A sudden growl coming from behind the corner makes you stop. It's this chick. -2 staminae. Come on. Oh, we're dead. Resisting the unknown horror was taking a toll on your health. Weakened, you finally succumb to your injuries. Alone, as the dust settles upon your opening eyes, reality starts to crumble. An old god is ready to return once again. Alright, we're going to try this over. Try it again. Run it back. But that's what I was saying. Like, this is like really... There's a lot of RNG involved. It's really tough. But that's kind of what makes it fun, because it requires you to really think and like sometimes try things. Oh man, can't run away. Yeah, we'll leave everything. Oh, I didn't put the witch's place on. We're going to start with this one actually. Just do the kicking damage. And I'm going to just sell the scalpel outright. And I'm going to come in here and we'll just stay with the nurse outfit. We'll get the extra water, get the extra experience. Did I get the money? The money. Try this again. Horrible history of the household hell. Trigonometry teacher. Coma. Fear festival. Botanist. I think the only one that we are forced to do a boss fight is this one, and it's Doom. So we're gonna do this one first. Oh man, already a cut artery? Okay, that's gotta be taken care of, because we can't have every investigation we're losing a, you know, stamina. This is also one of the ones I've done on a previous episode, so I'm just going to skip the story. So we got to go, first of all, get our pain medicine. Ah, damn it. I was supposed to... We're going back in. We got to... This is where we have to get it healed. Painkillers are 2. That's +1. I don't want the guy to show up and be like, you need money? Or we're just gonna have to let it roll. Oh, cool. Well, we're gonna share experience. Not enough well, never mind. That didn't help us at all. Oh, we can't run away, which means that we have to fight that other kid. Right. I don't remember what we get for investigating downtown twice in this one, but extra experience doesn't hurt. They say a ghost of a heartbroken boy appears on the street at night. Is it just an urban legend, or is it true to this tale? This is one of the places that if you have the holy candles, you can purify it. Cool. I don't know how this is a strength check, but you wait the entire night observing the spot where the supposed ghost would appear, but nothing happens. You are relieved. It's just a rumor. +1 reason. Hearing footsteps, you turn around. Behind you stands a pretty woman in a sweater. Natural beauty. Yes, this is exactly what I need. You shudder, seeing a weird woman reaching into her pocket and producing a nasty-looking knife. Pretty face. Mind if I borrow it? We got the aspiring model. Like, kick her in the face. It's Liam Neeson from Dark Man or Shadow Man. I don't remember what it's called. Oh, we got lucky earrings. We're putting those on. Increase our luck. Stumble upon a forgotten bookstore in the small alley. The interior is cluttered with dusty old tomes, animal bones, weird vials, and stuffed exotic animals you don't recognize. Can I help you? Asked the tiny man behind the counter. I have things that will surely help you in your quest. Buy a magical item, buy a spell. Sorry, just looking because I got no money. Take your time and see you soon. When a patient came home from the one morning covered in scars and babbling about aliens, the police had them committed. They're mumbling something quietly as you pass by. Talk to them. Yeah, of course, we lost stamina because... was that a check? A strength check? I don't remember. Alright. You went to the hospital looking for information about a certain patient. The man in the corridor in the dark is... The main corridor is dark and strangely empty. You spot a nurse at the registration booth. She's asleep from exhaustion. Let her sleep. Sneak past. We're going to start a trash fire. You set the trash can on fire. It causes widespread panic, but it allows you to rummage through the cabinet and find the information you need. Plus 10 experience. Hospital threat level went up 1. It's now... Everything is pretty much... at like almost high alert. Everywhere we kind of gotta go is almost at high alert anyway. So, oh yeah, there's this guy. Can't do nothing about it. He's just gonna like pop up and cause reasoning, right? Yeah, nothing you can do about it, unfortunately. Stumble upon the computer room. This is a good opportunity to check the school database to look for anything to help you in your investigation. Check it now. Knowledge check success. You find a curious text file containing occult instructions. You delete it, preventing anyone from trying it. -2 doom. Alright. And we're going to have to like fight this kid. Because we can't run away because of the spider. Alright, cool. And then we got to fight the portal. Gonna attack the teacher. Unfortunately, we can't use our sick bear claws. And we're badly bleeding. Which... 1 stamina each investigation. Damn it! Okay, what do we got here? Ban the rioters at the police. You know, basically we can't send the police anywhere. Fast learner, extra experience from... like combat. We're gonna get more reason. We're gonna drink the water and take the painkillers. That should max our health out just about. Okay, and now gotta do our next thing. We'll do this. We gotta get the money. Water, extra experience in this case. Next one we're gonna do is the coma because we're badly bleeding twice. That sucks. We're gonna do the ending where it's like, you know, you just can't do anything about it. So I'm gonna go to the village and try and get, you know, the 2. Talk your way out of this. Damn it. This is not looking good. We got the Dust of Seeing. Nice ring. 1 charisma. Gain 2 fund. We're going to get the fund. We got to see if we can get one of our badly bleedings taken care of, because that's just increasing our chances of losing stamina. Hasty Aid. And taking stamina damage in combat. Replace Hasty Aid with... Oh, man. Do I have the money for this? I have the money for both of that. Nice. And that one, blood loss is what? Max stamina, down 10? Yeah. I don't think that's ever really done anything, as far as I remember. But at least those are taken care of. And we're going to drink our water. We're going to take the risk and observe the fog. Got 8 experience. Nice. This I'm just going to put in the thing. I don't think I can sell it, can I? Can I sell it? Hang on, let me pull that back out. Oh, nice. That's a nice little way to get a little extra cash. Oh, I gotta go get those handcuffs before I forget. Putting your hand in that hole was a bad idea. Seeing a big spider escape. You hope it wasn't poisonous. So the problem with the bite is it can get infected if you don't do anything about it, which causes some injury. I don't remember what it does, but I'm just gonna have to go get it taken care of. I'd rather not, you know. It'd be nice if I can get a discharge summary. Badly bruised. 1 strength to the end of the current mystery. So the only one that's kind of a problem is the hasty aid, because it can become an injury. How much did that cost? Was it 1? I told you, the game can sometimes just sit here and like screw you over real bad on this difficulty and stuff. I'll take in the elevator. Nothing happened. Hooray. We're going to do nothing. You try to convince yourself that everything is alright, but you lose your appetite. Sometimes it's just a guy playing D&D. Help your friend. -2 stamina. I gotta rest. We're gonna rest twice. Decline this time. Alright, investigate. Can't do anything. Lost 3 reason. With more students going missing, the police have restricted areas to school building, access to school building. So we can't go to the school. Other than if we need to. First aid. Defeating an enemy regains 2 reason. We need that. We need that. That's good. Lose a 5 doom. 1 perception. 2 knowledge. We're gonna do this one because we're not using the scalpel. So it doesn't matter other than like a skill check, you know. We just leveled up, so the small bonus won't help us here. We can fill that up and get stamina back. Oh, we're stuck at 9, so never mind. We're at max stamina now. Household, Fear Festival, Botanist. Get the Fear Festival out of the way. Mangled Hand. Attacking in combat deals 1 stamina to yourself. Man, I'm just... Ugh. Okay, so I haven't done this one recently, so I'm going to read through it. Your aunt has sent you a letter inviting you for a curious-sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need to take a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen? You ask yourself as you board the bus. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stopped at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. A small village and a nearby field are surrounded by thick forests. We're just going to continue. We're not going to wait. Free action. The inn's room is dusty, like it hasn't been seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone cleaned it since the last festival in 27 years ago. There's a folder of available activities lying on the table. Onsen sounds pretty nice, which you can't do anything about it. I think relax is the... Relax, I think, is reason, right? Okay. Enjoy the festival, buy souvenirs, look for friends. Oh, we ain't got no money, so that doesn't help. Look for friends. Can't find any familiar faces in the crowd. Darn. Look for friends. Hey, can you lend me 2 funds? I really want to buy this item. 2 fund if you disagree or agree. Sure, buddy. I didn't have any money. I don't think he actually joined. Yeah, I don't think he fell for it. A weird sound wakes you up. You step close to the window and look out. You can't see anything. Get ready. You can't see anything and get ready to go back to bed, and suddenly the moon comes from behind the thick clouds. 3 hooded figures are standing in the forest's edge. One by one, they light their torches and disappeared behind the trees. What was that about? Who are they? Who are they? They all wore strange masks. Suddenly you follow them into the forest and try to find information about the festival. Of course. Peace of mind. 5 doom plus 2. I think it's 5 doom because of like the difficulty level. Prepare for something. We lost that money we just got. I think the more you... Peace of mind. The faster you investigate the forest, the faster you get through this, if I remember correctly. Going back to the end, you overheard of 2 villagers. They were talking about something awakening in the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. It's not safe here. You decide to block the entrance to your room with a nightstand. The festival is ending tomorrow and you can't be too careful. While wandering around the woods, you discover strange carvings on one of the trees, and by the look of it, they were made recently. Could they be connected with the current mystery? I don't have the camera to take pictures. Decipher the signs. Yeah, you can't tell what the strange symbols mean. Wandering aimlessly in the forest will take some time before you pick up the trail again. I don't know if we're going to run out of doom before the end of this. Success. You managed to see some of the faces and hear the names of the group. +5 experience. Is that blood? Where is everybody? Trail of Blood. This part here always kind of reminds me of the game Faith for some reason. Like just this music and like the little like, you know, you read what's going on kind of deal. Trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer awaiting you. Continue. See? You immediately, like, because we went through the process of, like, investigating the forest, we got there faster because we already knew where to go. While exploring the factory, you are caught by masked people seen from the end window. After tying you up, they bring you to the cult leader. We knew you'd come, you hear a raspy voice. Your aunt's voice! Coming from behind the priest's weird mask. She signals towards the door behind him. Our master is waiting for a final blood sacrifice struggle. Oh, what's going on here? Oh no! Gunshot. Gunshots are the beat. And with a loud bang, the ancient horror disappears from the high priest, falls to the floor, grabbing his shoulder. The last thing you see before you black out are the beams of flashlights and the hand of a police officer saving you from falling. Later that day, detectives interrogate you, and you are confused. Sorry, I bumped the table with my knee. When you tell them about the ritual blood and eldritch being, the village is abandoned with no trace of blood anywhere. You were the only one seeing the ancient horror. So basically, this is ending A. Ending B. I think this is one that happens a lot. If you want to fight... Oh no, ending B is when you don't get there super fast and it's like everything's been, like they've already raided, like you're there during the raid in ending A, and ending B they've already raided the factory. Ending C I think you have to do in the alternate timeline. And you actually have to fight the eldritch being. While you couldn't catch the leader of the cult to interrogate them, the people are safe. You board the old bus wondering what would have happened if you didn't stop the ritual in time. Alright. Watch, it's gonna be like, no use of water. Oh, no, it's just the lighthouse is taller now. Great. That's just wonderful. Okay, now what? Extra heart. Sure. Might as well get the extra experience because I can't do anything else. I'm maxed on everything else. Botanist, household hell. Oh, they both have that crap where it's like you have to randomly click tiles until you find the right spot. We'll do the household hell. Coughing blood. -2 dexterity. That's not a big deal, I don't think. There are many old mansions around this town. Old Manor is one of them. Supposedly haunted by the family of 4 who disappeared without a trace one summer. But it is... Is it the only tragic event that took place there? Friends you've talked to are not sure where the mansion itself is located. You have to find the mansion first. A trip to the library should shed some light. If I go to the seaside, I get some notes. There be any reason to do that other than it taking more time? I don't think so. I don't think there's any reason to... Well, I can get more experience. Let's just get it for the experience. Suddenly, the air around you is begins to whirl and a supernatural wave of freezing wind approaches. Brace yourself. Yeah, we lost 2 stamina, but we got water. Drink your water. Drink your water. Alright, seaside again. Walking to the beach, you spot a weird colored rock. It seems to be covered in some kind of black algae. Getting closer, you realize it's not a rock. It's a rock lobster. Alright. Taking that stamina sucks. Luckily, we only lost 1. We got the Architect's Journal. Basically, it tells us about something, but we're just going to throw that away because it doesn't matter. We're going to go with the ending where nothing happens. Search for first aid. Alright, we're going to have to just like book it at this point because Doom's starting to get way too high. Of course it would. Of course it would. Seaside. The waves lazily wash up on upon the shore. You take a deep breath. The fresh air clears your head. +1 reason. Nice. I'm already maxed out, but you know, I appreciate it. Get lost in the light. Let's see, quick thinking, dexterity, luck, knowledge. Go with luck. Stamina. Why won't it let me click there we go. I don't know why it wouldn't let me click stamina. Move towards the pyramid. We get frostbite. You get frostbite whenever you come here anyway. Strength chest success. The frozen guard corpse standing on the eternal guard duty finds you worthy. The usurped king kindly decides to share his forbidden knowledge. -3 reason, but got 30 experience. It's not terrible. Frostbite, -2 strength. I don't think the strength matters when it comes to that, but we're gonna go... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, we're gonna go get that mangled hand taken care of, but never mind. This one. I don't know. Like I think it's random. I don't know if you have to. Oh, we gotta fight the ghost now. Can't run away. I have a way to fight the ghost, right? Yeah, Cerber. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I think this is. I think this is the end for me. Oh. We got more coughing blood. Our dexterity is in the toilet. Oh god. Study the symbols. Cool. Got lucky with that one. -2 reason. Great. We're pretty much dead now. There we go. Well, I mean, I tried. That was, you know, a taste of that challenge. I think I'm going to do one more episode, maybe 2. But I don't think I'm going to go back to that challenge. I might do another one or just do another playthrough with another character for fun. But like I was saying, this is literally the campaign where it's like you've got to be on your A game. You pretty much expect that you're not going to succeed, but if you've got to be on your A game, and you've got to like not waste time and like not mess around, and you've got to like really know what you're doing for it. But I'm going to end the episode here. I appreciate you watching. If you made it to this point in the video, I really, really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.